Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station, and we're going to bring you the semifinals, the final for Bracket 1, and it will be the surprise team, St. Louis Browns, versus the Boston Braves for the right to go to the championship. Browns, an unlikely team to reach the semifinals, but they're here. Now, normally, I would be managing the number 7 St. Louis Browns, but there's a Boston team in this game, so I will manage the Boston Braves. So the Browns, good luck, the computer has you. Let's go to the lineups in a moment. For the St. Louis Browns, again, the surprise team, they've gotten hot at the right time. They've been able to slug their way to the semifinals, the finals of Bracket 1, which is the semifinals of the tournament. The Bracket 2 finalists have already been decided. If you'd like, check out that game between Detroit and St. Louis in this one-and-done 1950 tournament. For the St. Louis Browns, leading off playing third base is Leinart. Batting second, playing left field is Kokos. Batting third, doing the catching, Lawler. Batting fourth, the center fielder, Coleman. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Arft. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Wood. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Upton. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Friend. Batting ninth, doing the pitching, is Ostrowski. For the hometown Boston Braves, batting first, playing right field is Holmes. Batting second, the second baseman, Hartsfield. Batting third, the third baseman, Elliott. Batting fourth, the left fielder, Gordon. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Cooper. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Torgensen. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Jethro. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Kerr. Batting ninth, on the mound, doing the pitching, is Vern Bickford. Vern Bickford had a win-loss total of 19 wins, 14 losses, earned run average 3.49. His battery mate behind the plate is Walker Cooper, 6 out of 10 defensive catching ability with a 6 out of 10 arm. Elliott's at third. He has average range, 5 out of 10. Kerr, 6 out of 10 range at short. Hartsfield, 5 out of 10 at second. Torgensen, 5 out of 10 at first. In left field, Gordon, 6 out of 10 range, 5 out of 10 arm. Jethro, above average range, 7 out of 10. And 6 out of 10 arm. Holmes in right field, 5 out of 10 range, 6 out of 10 arm. I'd like to say hello to Juan Redman in the chat. Hope all is well with you and your daughter. Happy New Year. So coming to the plate, Don Leinart. Leinart in the tournament, 6 of 9. That's a .667 batting average. 1 home run, 2 RBIs. In actuality, 273. 22 home runs, 81 runs driven in. Again, this is the one-and-done tournament. You win, you're in. You lose, you snooze. Again, I will be managing the Boston Braves. I manage all Boston teams in any tournament I play. Other than that, I would be managing the lower seed. So Bickford's on the mound. Cooper sets the target. Here's the pitch to Leinart. And we are on our way here at Braves Field in Boston. And that's a line shot to Jethro in center. He makes the catch, 1 away. Here comes Dick Kokos, batting .333 in the tournament, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. In actuality, 261, 18 home runs, 67 RBIs. Left-handed batter. He batted .281 off right-handed pitching. Bickford looks in towards Cooper, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Kokos. It's a line shot to right. Holmes will make a dive at it, and he will not come up with the ball. It will be a single. He's able to smother it and not let it go by, though. So a 1-out single. Kokos is at first. Torgensen holding him on. And here comes the catcher, Sherm Lawler. Lawler batting .444 in this tournament. No home runs, 3 RBIs. In actuality, .280, 13 home runs, 65 runs driven in. Right-handed batter. The Braves look to turn 2 up the middle with Kerr and Hartsfield. Bigford looks to first. Now in at Cooper at the plate. Here's the pitch to Lawler. Bouncing ball to third. Over to Hartsfield at second. They're only able to get the force out. So 2 outs, and now Lawler is at first. He'll be off on contact. Again, Torgensen holding him on. At the plate now for the St. Louis Browns, Ray Coleman. He's batting .300 with 2 RBIs. In actuality, .271, 8 home runs, 55 runs driven in. 7 out of 10 bunter, 6 out of 10 hit and run. Left-handed batter to face the right-handed throwing Bickford. Coleman batted .288 off right-handed pitching. Cooper pounds the mitt, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Coleman. That's a shot. It's going to be off the wall. Let's see if they'll send Lawler. They're going to send Lawler all the way around from first on the double. We're going to try to throw him out. Cut off throw to Hartsfield. Hartsfield throws to the plate to Cooper. And not in time. Lawler just slides in ahead of the tag. The Browns once again take a lead. 1-0 St. Louis Browns on the 2-out double by Coleman. Stepping to the plate, first baseman Hank Arft. He is 0 for 2 in this tournament. In actuality, .268. 1 home run, 32 runs batted in. Batted .263 off right-handed pitching. Bickford peeks back over his shoulder, takes a look at Coleman. He delivers to Arft. That's a shot up the middle. It's going to drop in front of Jethro, and Coleman will score from second. St. Louis is doing their thing once again, looking for their 3rd upset in a row in this tournament. They're up 2-0 now. Clutch 2-out single by Arft. And here comes Ken Wood for the St. Louis Browns. Wood batting .555 in this tournament. It's like all their batters are hot. 1 home run, 5 RBIs. In actuality, .225, 13 home runs, and 62 runs driven in. Torgensen holding Arft on at first. Bickford looks to first. Now in at the plate. Here is the pitch to Wood. That's a shot to right center field. Jethro goes back and makes the catch, side retired, but the Browns score 2 in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first here at Braves Field. St. Louis 2, Braves coming up. Due up for the Boston Braves. Holmes, Hartsfield, and Elliott. If anyone gets on, Gordon. So here comes Tommy Holmes on the mound. Joe Ostrowski. Look at those glasses. Ostrowski, 2 wins, 4 losses, but we chose him to start for the Browns because of his earned run average. 2.51. And he's a lefty. Behind the plate for the Browns, Sherm Lawler. 3 out of 10 catching ability, 5 out of 10 arm. At third base, Leinart, 3 out of 10 defensive range. Upton at shorts, 4 out of 10 defensive range. Friend, very good at second, 8 out of 10 defensive range. And Arft, 6 out of 10. In left field, Coco, 7 out of 10 range, 5 out of 10 arm. Coleman in center, 5 out of 10 range and arm. Wood, 5 out of 10 range, 7 out of 10 arm. So here comes Tommy Holmes. Holmes has struggled in the tournament so far. 125, no home runs, no RBIs. In actuality, 298, 9 homers, 52 runs batted in. Lefty-lefty matchup. Holmes hit left-handed pitching at a .341 clip in 1950. Ostrowski gets the sign from Lawler. He deals to Holmes. Holmes swings and singles the other way into left. So Holmes is on. 2 out of 10 base running ability. Arft holding him on. And here comes Roy Hartsfield. Braves second baseman batting .333. No home runs, 4 RBIs. Actuality .277. 7 home runs, 24 runs driven in. Ostrowski looks to first. Now in at Lawler. He gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Hartsfield. That's a dribbler to Upton. His only play is the first, and they get him. Holmes advances to second, so that if you're scoring at home, 6-3, runner advances to second. So one away, and here comes the number 3 batter, the third baseman, Bob Elliott. Elliott, .571 in the tournament, no home runs, 3 RBIs. In actuality, .305, 24 homers, and 108 runs driven in. One swing of the bat by Elliott can tie this game up for the Braves. 1 out, runner at second. The windup and the pitch by Ostrowski. Elliott swings, and that's a foul ball. Got some funny animation on that. The count is 3 balls, 2 strikes. Lawler wiggles the fingers. Ostrowski nods his head. He delivers to Elliott. Fly ball to center field. Coleman's there, and he makes the catch. Holmes goes back to tag. He bluffs. He'll stay put. So 2 outs. Runner at second. Here comes Sid Gordon. Sid Flash Gordon. Batting .571. 1 home run, 1 RBI. Actuality .304. 27 home runs, 102 runs driven in. Again, Gordon's looking for something he can drive out of Braves field here. Ostrowski. He's ready to work. He deals to Gordon. And that's a base hit up the middle. Coleman puts a charge on it, but Holmes will score from second as he was off on contact with 2 outs. The Braves cut the Browns' lead in half. It's now 2-1 Browns. So 2 outs. Gordon's at first after his clutch pinch hit single. Clutch RBI single, excuse me. And here comes the catcher, Walker Cooper. Cooper batting .250, no home runs, 1 RBI. In actuality, .329, 14 round trippers, and 60 runs driven in. Harft holding Gordon on at first, 4-10 base running ability. Ostrowski checks first, now looks at the plate, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Cooper. That's a single into left. Gordon stops at second. Station to station go the Braves. So 2 outs, 2 on, and here comes Earl Torgensen. Torgensen, .285, no home runs, 4 RBIs in this one-and-done series tournament. Actuality .290, 23 home runs, 87 runs driven in. Against left-handed pitching, .273. Runners will be off on contact. Ostrowski toes the rubber, looks in at Lawler. Here's the pitch to Torgensen. And that's a line drive to Kokos. He makes the catch, side retired. The Braves score 1. We go to the top of the second. St. Louis Browns 2. The Boston Braves 1. Due up for the Browns. Upton, Friend, and the pitcher Ostrowski. They'll face Bickford. Upton, .500 in this one-and-done tournament with 3 RBIs. In actuality, .237, 2 home runs, 30 RBIs. He's hit right-handed pitching at a .230 clip. Walker Cooper goes through the signs. Bickford nods his head. Here's the pitch to Upton. Ground ball to Curret short. He throws to Torgensen, 1 away. Braves fans like that. They don't want to see any more runs here at Braves Field, unless it's the Boston Braves scoring them. Here comes Owen Friend. He's not a friend to the Braves fans. Batting .400, no homers, 3 RBIs. In actuality, .237, 8 home runs, 50 runs driven in. Friend, right-handed batter, batted .212 off right-handed pitching. Bickford nods his head. He deals. Here's the pitch. Friend strikes out. So 2 outs, and here comes the pitcher, Joe Ostrowski, getting his first at-bat of the tournament, first start of the tournament. 222 in actuality with 4 RBIs. Lefty-righty matchup. He actually batted .250 off right-handed pitching. Bickford deals to his counterpart, Ostrowski. Ground ball to Curry, backhands it, throws across the diamond to Torgensen, side retired. Over the bottom of the second, 2-1 Browns. Due up for the Braves, Jethro, Kerr, and Bickford. Sam Jethro, center fielder for the Braves, 111 batting average with 1 RBI. In actuality, 273, 18 home runs, 58 runs driven in. Corners are in, so Leinhart's in at third, Arft in at first. Ostrowski rocks and fires. Jethro swings and he singles to right center field. Wood has trouble with the ball. Jethro will continue on to second, so it will be a single E9. And Jethro lines up in scoring position now for Buddy Kerr. Buddy Kerr, Braves shortstop, 142 in this one and done tournament. No homers, no RBIs. In actuality, 227, 2 homers, 45 runs batted in. 9 out of 10 bunter. He will lay down a sacrifice bunt. Here's the pitch by Ostrowski. Kerr puts the bunt down. Ostrowski fields it. Only plays to first. Friend covering the bag on the wheel play. 1 down. Jethro advances to third base. Again, the Browns play their corners in as here comes the pitcher, Vern Bickford. So Leinhart's in at third, Arft is in at first. They're expecting some sort of squeeze play here, as Vern Bickford is a 10 out of 10 bunter. We're going to let him swing away though. Here's the pitch to Bickford. He swings, ground ball to Upton, and Upton boots the ball. Jethro should score from third on this one, and he does. We have a tie ball game. It's now 2-2. Upton kind of peeked towards the plate, and he didn't get anybody out as Bickford advances to first on the E6. So 1 out, 1 on. Bickford represents the go-ahead run at first, and here comes Tommy Holmes, a leadoff batter, 1 for 1. He singled in the first. The windup and the pitch to Holmes. That's a shot to center field. Coleman racing back, and he makes the over-the-shoulder catch. Bickford goes back. He bluffs but does not tag. So 2 outs. Bickford at first will be off on contact, and here comes the second baseman, Roy Hartsfield. He's 0 for 1. Lawler sets the target. Here's the pitch to Hartsfield. And that's a single to right center field. Bickford hits second base and moves on to third. So runners on the corner for the Boston Braves. 2 outs, and here comes Bob Elliott. Braves third baseman's 0 for 1. Chance to put the Boston Braves ahead here. 2-2 ball game. 2 outs, runners on the corners. Lawler goes through the signs. Ostrowski's ready. He delivers to Elliott. And that's a line shot. Leinhart catches it at third. Side retired. But the Braves tie it up on the E6. We go to the top of the third, 2-2 here at Braves Field. In the semifinal game to see who will go to the championship in this one-and-done 1950 tournament. Due up for the Browns, top of the order, Leinhart, Kokos, and Lawler. If anyone gets on, Coleman. Leinhart's 0 for 1. Cooper wiggles the fingers. Bickford nods his head. He delivers to Leinhart. Ground ball to Elliott. Cross the diamond to Torgensen, and they're just going to get him. 1 away. Nice stretch by Torgensen. So 1 out. Here comes Dick Kokos. He singled in the first. Left-handed batting left fielder. He awaits the Bickford offering. Here it is. Ground ball to Hartsfield. Over to Torgensen. 2 down. So 2 outs, no one on. Here comes the catcher, Sherm Lawler. He is 0 for 1. Does have 13 home runs in the 1950 season. Bigford takes a deep breath on the mound. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Sherm Lawler. And he strikes him outside, retired. Go to the bottom of the third, 2-2 ball game here at Braves Field. Winner will advance to the championship game of this tournament. Due up for the Braves, Gordon, Cooper, and Torgensen. Gordon is 1 for 1. He singled, knocking in Holmes in the first. Ostrowski now up to 29 pitches. In 2 innings, he's given up 5 hits and 2 earned runs. Here's the pitch to Sid, Flash Gordon. Ground ball back to Ostrowski. He throws to Arft at first, 1 down. That ball was slated for up the middle, but a nice snag by Ostrowski. Here comes Walker Cooper. 1 out, no one on. Cooper's 1 for 1. He singled in the first. Ostrowski peers in at Lawler. He sets and delivers to Cooper. Fly ball deep to left field. Coco's going back at the wall, and he makes the catch. 2 away. Cooper gave it a ride. He just missed. So 2 outs, no one on, and here comes Earl Torgensen, the Mad Swede. Torgensen's 0 for 1. Lefty-lefty matchup. Lawler sets the target. Here is the pitch to Torgensen. And he strikes outside, retired. We go to the top of the fourth, knotted at 2 here at Braves Field. Due up for the St. Louis Browns, Coleman, Arft, and Wood. If anyone gets on, the shortstop, Upton. Coleman is 1 for 1. He doubled down the right field line, knocking in Lawler in the first, and that gave St. Louis a 1-0 lead over the Braves. Righty-lefty matchup. We're going to go aggressive against Coleman. Cooper sets the target. Here's the pitch by Bickford. Number in front of the plate. Cooper fields it, throws the first, 1 away. So they jammed Coleman. So 1 out, no one on. Here comes the first baseman, Hank Arft. He singled in the first, knocking in Coleman, and at that time gave St. Louis a 2-0 lead. Since then, the Braves have scored 1 in the bottom of the first and the bottom of the second. 2-2 ball game. 1 out, no one on. Here's the pitch to Arft. That's deep to right center field. Holmes on the run, reaches out, makes the catch. 2 away. Nice play by Holmes. So here comes Ken Wood. Wood is 0 for 1. He does have 1 home run in this tournament. 13 on the actual year. The windup and the pitch by Bickford. Another number in front of the plate. Cooper throws the first. And that is it. Side retired. So 2 numbers in front of the plate and a deep fly ball. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The St. Louis Browns 2, the Boston Braves 2. Due up for the Braves in the bottom of the fourth. Jethro, Kerr, and the pitcher Bickford. If anyone gets on, top of the order, Holmes. Jethro's 1 for 1. He singled in the second and advanced to second base on the error by the right fielder Wood. Jethro did have 18 home runs in 1950. He digs in. He awaits the Ostrowski offering. Here it is. Jethro swings, sends that ball shallow right field on the run. Wood makes the catch towards the line, 1 away. Here comes Buddy Kerr. Kerr had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. He's going to attempt the bunt hit here, 7 out of 10. Oh no, 3 out of 10. Yeah, we're going to try the bunt base hit. Here's the pitch by Ostrowski. There's the bunt. Goes foul. Lawler was smart to let that ball go foul. No balls, 2 strikes on Buddy Kerr. He'll choke up on the bat now. Look to smack the ball through the infield. Ostrowski gets the sign from Lawler. He rocks and fires to Kerr. And Kerr sends that ball right back up the middle. He choked up on the bat, sent it return to sender. A 1-out single for Buddy Kerr. Kerr 5 out of 10 base running ability will be held on by Arft. Here comes the pitcher, Vern Bickford. He is 0 for 1. He'll put down the sacrifice bunt. They throw to first. Kerr gets back. Again, Bickford is going to put the sacrifice bunt down. It's fielded. Only plays the friend on the wheel play at first. 2 down. So with 2 outs, Kerr is now in scoring position. Top of the order. Tommy Holmes is 1 for 2. He singled in the first, fly deep to right center in the second. Chance to untie this ball game. Bottom of the fourth. 2 outs, 2-2. Semifinals. The winner goes to the championship of this one-and-done tournament. Here's the pitch to Holmes. And he singles right up the middle. And we're going to send Kerr home. Here comes a throw by Coleman. Here comes Kerr. And Kerr is in there. Slides in safely. So the sacrifice with 1 out proves prudent as Holmes singles with 2 outs. And Kerr scores from second. It's now a 3-2 ball game, Boston. Arft holding Holmes on, and here comes the second baseman, Roy Hartsfield. Hartsfield is 1 for 2. Grounded out in the first, singled in the second. Ostrowski looks to first. Now in at Lawler behind the plate. Here's the pitch to Hartsfield. And that is a single to left center field, and Holmes goes first to third, as he was off on contact with 2 outs. The hit parade continues here in the bottom of the fourth, so runners on the corners, 2 outs, and the very dangerous Bob Elliott steps up. He's 0 for 2 today, batting .444 in the tournament, 3 RBIs, and he had 24 home runs in actuality in 1950. Lawler goes out to have a word with Ostrowski, now back behind the plate. The lefty's ready to work. He deals to Elliott. And Elliott launches one. That's going to get into right field. And we're going to send Hartsfield to third. Holmes will score. Hartsfield's going to try to go first to third here on the hard hit ball to Wood in the right field. There's the throw, and it's not in time, even though Wood has a very good arm, 7 out of 10. Hartsfield beats it out. It's now 4-2. Again, the Braves have runners on the corner for Sid Flash Gordon. Gordon's 1 for 2 today. Singled in the first, knocking in Holmes, and then grounded to the pitcher in the third. He has a chance for another RBI. Hartsfield's at third. 2 outs, 2 on. Here's the pitch to Flash Gordon. The fly ball deep, right center field. Coleman dives and makes the catch. Side retired. He just saved another run for the St. Louis Browns. But the Braves scored 2 in the bottom of the fourth. We go to the top of the fifth. Braves 4, Browns 2. Due up for St. Louis. Upton, Friend, and the pitcher Ostrowski. Upton's 0 for 1. Bickford works quickly. He deals. Line drive. Buddy Kerr at short snags it out of the air. 1 away. With each out, the Braves get closer to the championship game here in this 1950 one-and-done playoff tournament. Here comes Owen Friend. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Bickford looks in at Cooper. He deals to Friend. And he strikes him out. Second time he got him. So 2 up, 2 down. And here comes Joe Ostrowski. Let's see if they're going to let him hit. He's 0 for 1. Bickford's ready. Here's the pitch. Ostrowski slow grounded to Hartsfield. He throws to Torgensen. 1-2-3 goal to Browns. Could their magical run be coming to an end? We go to the bottom of the fifth. The Boston Braves 4. The St. Louis Browns 2. The unlikely semi-finalist Browns need to keep it a 2-run game here. Due up for the Braves, top of the, Cooper, Torgensen, and Jethro. That's 5, 6, 7. Cooper's 1 for 2. Single in the first, fly down the left field line in the third. Ostrowski takes a deep breath on the mound. He deals to Cooper. It's a deep fly ball to left. Coco's going back towards the line, reaches out, makes the catch. 1 away. Here's where that range comes in for Coco. 7 out of 10 defensive range, and he showed it there. So 1 out, no one on. Here comes Earl Torgenson, the Mad Swede. He is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch by Ostrowski. Ground ball to Arft. He flips to Ostrowski, covering the bag. 2 away. So 2 outs, no one on, and here comes Jethro. Sam Jethro, the Braves center fielder, is 1 for 2. He singled in the second and flied to shallow right in the fourth. Lawler pounds the mitt, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Jethro. He sends that ball deep to right center field. Coleman on the run, reaches out, makes the catch. Side retired, and I shall be back in a moment as we head to the top of the 6th. And we are back. Thank you for your patience. So we go to the top of the 6th. Due up for the Browns, top of the order, Leinart, Kokos, and Lawler to face Bickford. Bickford has thrown 70 pitches. 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, struck out 3. Leinart's 0 for 2. Bickford gets a sign from Cooper. Here's the pitch to Leinart. And he walked him. And that will bring Dick Kokos to the plate. Kokos 1 for 2. Singled in the first, grounded to second in the third. Braves looking to turn 2 up the middle with Kerr and Hartsfield. Torgensen holding on Leinart at first. 5 out of 10 base running ability. Bickford looks to first. Now in at Cooper. Here's the pitch to Kokos, who had 18 home runs in 1950. Drives it to center field. Jethro back and makes the catch. What a play, leaping and crashing into the wall. Robbing Kokos of extra bases. Retreating to first base is Leinart. In the chat we have JD. Hello JD, how are you my friend? Hope all is well. Happy New Year. So here comes Sherm Lawler, Browns catcher, 0 for 2. Again, Braves looking to turn 2 up the middle with Kerr and Hartsfield. Bickford looks to first, now in at the plate. Here's the pitch to Lawler. Ground ball to Elliott, over to Hartsfield. Leinart slides in hard, but Hartsfield gets the throw to Torgensen, and they turn 2 side retired, threat averted thanks to that great catch by Jethro in center. We go to the bottom of the 6th, the Boston Braves 4, the St. Louis Browns 2. I'm glad you're doing well, JD, and thank you for the well wishes. Happy New Year. May it be better than the last. Alright, due up for the Braves. Kerr, the pitcher Bickford, and the top of the order Holmes. The winner of this game will advance to the tournament finals. Buddy Kerr is 1 for 1. He had a sacrifice bunt in the second and singled up the middle in the fourth. Here's the pitch. Kerr walks. His patient proves to be prudent. No outs. Kerr's at first. Bickford will attempt to sacrifice bunt here. 10 out of 10 bunter. Here is the windup and the pitch by Ostrowski. Corners in for the Browns. He puts the bunt down. It's a little hard, but the only play is still at first. Friend on the wheel play covers up. So 1 out. Kerr's at second. Bickford does his job, and here comes Tommy Holmes. Holmes is 2 for 3 for the Braves. He singled in the first, fly deep to center in the second, and then singled in the fourth, knocking in Kerr. Chance to knock in Kerr again. 1 out. Kerr's at second. Upton from short cheats towards the bag to keep Kerr honest. Ostrowski gets the sign from Lawler. He pitches to Holmes. Holmes grounds it to Upton, comes across the bag, throws to first in time, 2 away. And Kerr, what happened there? Wow, good base running by Kerr. He took off as soon as Upton threw the ball. So he's at third base, 90 feet away with 2 outs. Took a chance there. Manager wouldn't have been too happy if he got thrown out at third. So with 2 outs, here comes Roy Hartsfield. Hartsfield's 2 for 3, Braves second baseman. Grounded to short in the first, singled in the second, singled in the fourth. If he singles again, he'll knock in Buddy Kerr. Ostrowski takes a breath out on the mound. Gets the sign from Lawler. Here's the pitch to Hartsfield. Fly ball to center. Coleman comes in a bit, makes the catch, side retired. We go to the top of the 7th here at Braves Field. The Boston Braves 4, the St. Louis Browns 2 in this one and done 1950 playoff tournament. The winner goes to the finals. Due up for the Browns, Coleman, Arft, and Wood to face Bickford. Up to 81 pitches, good for 145. Coleman's 1 for 2, left-handed batter. He doubled in the first, knocking in Lawler, and then grounded to the catcher. He nubbed one out in front of Cooper, who threw him out. Righty-lefty matchup. Coleman had 8 home runs to go with 55 RBIs in 1950. He has 3 RBIs in the tournament. Bickford delivers. Coleman swings, grounds it to Curry, goes to the third base side, strong throw to first, and they got him, 1 away. Nice play by Buddy Kerr at short. That's where that 10 out of 10 range comes in. 6 out of 10 range, excuse me. So here comes Hank Arft. He's 1 for 2. He singled in the first, knocking in Coleman. The Browns scored 2 in the first and none since then. The Cinderella team of this tournament looking for another upset. But they trail by 2. So 1 out, no one on. Here's the pitch to Arft. And he singles to right center field. Tying run comes to the plate in Ken Wood. He's 0 for 2, but he does have 13 home runs in the 1950 season. Braves want to turn 2 up the middle with Kerr and Hartsfield. Arft 6 out of 10 base running ability. Torgensen holding him on at first. Bickford looks to first. Throws over. Arft is back. That was close. Torgensen wanted the call. He didn't get it. Again, Bickford looks to first. In at Cooper. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Wood. Fly ball, left center field. Jethro on the run, reaching out, makes the catch. Another excellent play by Jethro. Retreating back to first is Arft. So 2 outs. A runner at first, and here comes Tom Upton. Shortstop 0 for 2. Not much pop in his bat, only 2 home runs in 1950. Bickford 1 out away from getting out of the top of the 7th. Cooper pounds the mitt behind the plate, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Upton. And that's going to be a foul ball. I know that looks weird, but it's a foul ball. Trust me, I've seen this animation. It only seems to happen on this field. So that counts no balls, 2 strikes. Arft will be off on contact. We're going to try to get him to chase. We're going to pitch mode, pitch around. Bickford delivers. And he strikes him out, swing and a miss. We got him to chase. Braves fans are ecstatic. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 4-2 Boston Braves over the St. Louis Browns. The Braves are 6 outs away from the championship game of this tournament. Due up for the Braves, Elliott, Gordon, and Cooper. Ostrowski back out on the hill for the Browns. 85 pitches, he's good for 130. 6 innings, 9 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 K. Elliott 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Bob Elliott. And he'll single to left center field. Elliott's now 2 for 4. Here comes Sid Flash Gordon. He's 1 for 3. Singled in the first, knocking in Holmes. Since then he has grounded out and flown out. 7 out of 10 hit and run. Arft holding Elliott on. Elliott 4 out of 10 base running ability. Here's the pitch to Flash Gordon. But they throw, and Elliott gets back just in time. Swipe tag by Arft. Trying to keep Elliott close. We're going to play hit and run now. The windup and the pitch by Ostrowski. Hit and run on. Ground balled up and at short. His only plays the first. He throws to Arft. 1 down, but Elliott moves into scoring position. For the catcher, Walker Cooper, he's 1 for 3. He has singled and flown out twice. Chance to knock in Bob Elliott from second base. 4-2 Braves, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch to Cooper. And they walk him intentionally. As Lawler stood up, put his hand out. They set up the double play now, and they'll face the mad Swede, Earl Torgensen. Torgensen's 0 for 3. Let's see if he can make him pay. He did have 23 home runs in 1950. If he gets one here, he could blow this game wide open. Ostrowski takes a deep breath. The Browns want to turn 2 up the middle with Upton and Friend. Here's the pitch to Torgensen. And he strikes him out! So going after Torgensen has paid off so far. So 2 outs, 2 on. And here comes Sam Jethro, who made an absolutely fabulous catch to center, robbing extra bases and a possible run from the Browns as he crashed into the wall. Chance to knock in another insurance run with Elliott at second. 2 outs, 2 on. Runners will be off on contact. Here's the pitch to Jethro. And he walks. The bases are juiced. No place to put Buddy Kerr. Braves shortstop's 1 for 1. He has a sacrifice bunt in the second, singled up the middle in the fourth, and walked in the sixth. He awaits the Ostrowski offering. Here it is. Fly ball to center. Coleman goes back a bit, and he makes the catch. Threat averted, side retired. The Browns are still in this ball game, folks. You have a good night too, JD. Thank you very much for stopping by. So here it comes for the Browns. Friend, Ostrowski, and Leinart. Most likely a pinch hitter for Ostrowski. The Braves 6 outs away from advancing to the finals. Friend is 0 for 2. Bickford up to 97 pitches. He has thrown 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks. He deals to Friend. Hard grounder, Hartsfield makes the play over to Torgensen. 1 away. Nice play by Hartsfield. Looked like it was going to get through, but he smothered the ball. So here comes Ostrowski, and here comes a pinch hitter. The pinch hitter will be Bill Summers. He's batting .250 in this tournament. He's 1 for 4. In actuality, .255 with 14 RBIs. Right-handed batter. He hit righties at a .289 clip. 1 out, no one on. The windup and the pitch by Bickford. Summers swings, sends that ball to left center field. Jethro on the run, and he makes another fabulous running catch. 2 down. Jethro has patrolled that center field like a black hole. Nothing gets through. And here comes Leinart. He's 0 for 2. Leinart, 22 home runs in 1950. Bickford rocks and fires. And that's going to be a single to left. Inning stays alive. And that will bring up Dick Kokos. He's 1 for 3. Singled in the first, grounded out in the third, flied out in the sixth. Kokos, 18 home runs. 1 swing in the back and tied up here. Braves get bullpen action up. Righty-lefty matchup. Kokos hit right-handed pitching in 1950 at a .281 clip. Leinart will be off on contact. Torgensen is holding him on at first. Cooper sets the target. Here is the pitch to Kokos. And he walked him. Some anxious moments coming up here with 2 outs, top of the 8th, 2 on. And here comes the catcher, Sherm Lawler. Lawler had 13 round trippers, and he's batting .333 in this tournament, 3 RBIs. Cooper goes out to have a word with Bickford. Torgensen meets him on the mound with Elliott. Are they buying some time? Let's see what we have in the bullpen here. Not a lot of good options in the bullpen here. Lawler's a righty. Who gets righties out? Dave Cole, but he only threw 8 innings in 1950. Righties and lefties both batted .250 off of him. We could go to Warren Spahn, but I was hoping to pitch him in the championship game on short rest. Got to get there first, though. Bob Chipman. But actually, Coleman hit worst off left-handers. .232 Mickey Hafner. Righty's only batted .232 off Mickey Hafner, and he's a lefty. We go to Mickey Hafner. Mickey Hafner will come out of the pen. So here comes Mickey Hafner. Lefty-righty matchup. Lawler only batted .263 off left-handed pitching. He batted .289 off right-handed pitching, so we're going to go to Hafner. Hafner, first appearance in the tournament, no wins, 2 losses in actuality, in 24 innings pitched. And righties only batted .232, so 2 on, 2 outs. Moment of truth here. Hafner gets a sign from Cooper. Here's the pitch to Lawler. We're going to go aggressive. Fly ball to Sid Flash Gordon. And he makes the catch. Side retired. A few anxious moments here at Braves Field, as it sounded really good off the bat. But Lawler got under it. Gordon made the catch in left. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 42 Braves. Braves are 3 outs away from the finals here. And here comes Hafner, and he will not bat. We're going to go with, as Tom Ferrick is the pitcher. Actually, let's close that down. So Tom Ferrick's the new pitcher for the Browns. Ferrick, 1 win, 3 losses, 2 saves. He's making his first appearance in the tournament in his semifinal game. 4.13 earned run average. Hafner, so Ferrick's a righty. Average versus righties. Walt Linden, who had 5 at-bats. In this one-and-done tournament, every player on the team's eligible, so there's no roster limit. 500. Small, very small sample size. Next is Paul Burris at 250. It's 23 at-bats. You know what? We're going to roll the dice with Walt Linden, one of our catchers on the roster. And here comes Walt Linden, getting his first at-bat in this tournament. Big situation here. He's leading off the bottom of the 8th. The Braves have a 4-2 lead in the semifinal game. He batted 400 in total, 2 for 5, with a double. 500 off right-handed pitching. Ferrick gets the sign from Lawler. Here's the pitch to Linden. He'll take. Strike 1. Pours in the strike. Off-speed pitch. Outside corner. Linden's ready to grip and rip. The windup and the pitch by Ferrick. Linden swings and he shoots that ball to the center field gap between right and center, and he has a leadoff double, so going to Linden worked. Big insurance run there. And here comes the top of the order, Tommy Holmes. Holmes is 2 for 4. I would like to move him over, but Holmes is 2 for 4 and only a 4 out of 10 bunter. Linden, 4 out of 10 base running ability. Holmes to take. Here's the pitch by Ferrick. And they're going to walk Holmes intentionally to set up the double play ball, and they'll face Hartsfield. Hartsfield has not been an easy out this game. He's 2 for 4. Braves second baseman grounded out in the first, singled in the second and the fourth, and flied to center in the 6th. But he's not a good bunter. 2 out of 10. right, no outs, 2 on. Here's the pitch to Hartsfield. That's a grounded up, then he flips to Friend, who turns and fires to Arft. Double play, advancing to third is Linden. I thought about pulling Hartsfield for someone who could bunt, but I decided against it. He had 2 hits. So here comes Bob Elliott, third baseman for the Braves. Big insurance run out there on third base. They could squander this leadoff double, and they really don't want to. Elliott 2 for 4. Fly to center in the first, line to third in the second, singled in the fourth, knocking in Hartsfield, and then singled in the seventh. Ferrick 1 out away from getting out of this jam, keeping it a 2-run deficit. Lawler sets the target. Here is the pitch to Bob Elliott. And they walk him. They want nothing to do with Elliott. First and second, they're going to go after Sid Gordon instead, who's 1 for 4, and batting .454 in the tournament with a home run and 2 RBIs. Flash Gordon singled in the first, knocking in Holmes. Since then, he's grounded out, flied out, and grounded out. He'll be taken. Here's the pitch by Ferrick. Ball 1, he'll take again. Ball 2, take again. There it is, 2-1 count. Gordon's ready to grip and rip if he likes it. Runners will be off on contact. 2 outs, 2 on. Bottom of the 8th, 4-2 Braves. Semifinal game, bracket 1. Ferrick gets the sign from Lawler. He deals to Gordon. And there's a shot deep and gone. No, high off the wall. He just misses a home run. 2 runs will score on the Gordon double. So they walked Elliott to get to Gordon. He makes them pay. A 2-out double is now 6-2 Boston. Braves fans are ecstatic here. They are smelling championship game. And here comes Walker Cooper. Cooper's 1 for 3. Ferrick not very happy with himself on the mound, as this magical run by the St. Louis Browns could be coming to an end. Here's the pitch to Cooper. Grounds it to Ferrick. He throws to Arft, side retired, but damage done on the 2-out double by Gordon. 2-run score. We go to the top of the 9th, 6-2 Boston Braves. The Braves 3 outs away from advancing to this 1950 one-and-done championship game. They will face the winner of the Detroit Tigers St. Louis Cardinals game, which is up on demand now. So looking to close out the game here for the Boston Braves, as they will face Coleman as a lefty, Arft's the lefty, then Wood a righty. If anyone gets on Upton, don't want to go to Spahn. They'll most likely pitch the championship game on short rest. Who had the most saves? Bobby Hogue. Man, righties killed him, but they're facing 2 lefties to start with. So Bobby Hogue will come in. Try to get these last 3 outs here. Getting his first appearance in the playoff. In actuality, it was 3-5 with 7 saves, 5.03 earned run average. Lefties only batted .229, righties had a .315 clip. Braves 3 outs away. Here's Coleman. Coleman's 1 for 3. The windup and the pitch by Hogue. And Coleman singles to left center field. The Browns will not go quietly, down by 4. Here's Arft. Hank Arft, the first baseman's 2 for 3. Singled in the first, fly deep to right center in the 4th, and singled again in the 7th. Torgenson holding Coleman on. Braves want to turn 2 up the middle with Kerr and Hartsfield. Hogue throws over. Coleman's back. 7 out of 10 base running ability. Cooper wiggles the fingers. Hogue nods his head. Cooper sets the target. Here's the pitch to Hank Arft. And that's a single to right field. Station to station go the Braves. The Browns, excuse me. Anxious moments here for the Braves fans. 2 on, no outs, and here comes Ken Wood. And now, righties feasted on Hogue at a .315 clip. And Wood did have 13 home runs. Oh boy. Alright. Cooper goes out to have a word with Hogue. They're buying time. Johnny Sain will come in. Johnny Sain comes in looking to get the save here. It's good for 20 pitches. Right-handers only batted .242 off of him, so they have righties. I don't think they'll go with a pinch hitter for Wood. So 2 on, no outs. Johnny Sain finishes his warm-up tosses. Yeah, hello Clinton Parks. How are you, my friend? Happy New Year. So here's Johnny Sain. Woods 0 for 3. Braves looking to turn 2 here in the top of the 9th. 6-2 lead. Cooper sets the target. Here's the pitch to Wood. And he strikes him out. Braves 2 outs away. Now here comes Upton. Upton's 0 for 3. Browns shortstop. Sain wants that ball. Wants to work quickly. He's up on that mound. Towing that rubber. He's ready to go. Here's the pitch to Upton. And that's a foul ball, folks. Again, only on this field, Braves field, it does that weird foul ball animation. As my heart sunk for a moment as I thought it was a 3-run homer. So the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're going to go pitch mode here and see if we can get him to chase. Here's the pitch to Upton. Nope. 2-2 count. We're not going to fool around now. 2 on, 1 out, 2-2 count. Cooper wiggles the fingers. Johnny Sain nods his head. He delivers to Upton. Infield fly. Batter's out. Torgensen will make the play anyway. What a web jam. Makes the diving catch when he didn't have to in foul territory. But now there's 2 outs, 2 on. Runners will be off on contact. And here comes Owen Friend. Friend is 0 for 3. Johnny Sain needs 1 more out to pitch the Braves to the finals here in this 1951 and done tournament. Again, they will face the winner of the Tigers and Cardinals. If you haven't seen that game, I'm not going to give it away. It was a good one. It's on demand. Cooper goes out to have a quick word with Sain and set the defense, now back behind the plate. Sain takes a deep breath. Here's the pitch to Friend. Ground ball back to Sain. He fires to Torgensen. Ball game over. The Boston Braves advance to the finals of this tournament. Boston wins 6-2. And the magical run of the St. Louis Browns comes to an end. They made it interesting in the top of the 9th. Interesting enough that I went to Johnny Sain to win the game. So we might pitch Warren Spahn on short rest. In the championship game, we shall see. Let's go to the box score and we'll call it a stream. So the winning pitcher is Bickford. The losing pitcher, Ostrowski. Player of the game, Sid Flash Gordon. Let's go to the box score. Before we go to the box score, I'd like to say thank you to Juan Redmond and his daughter. Thank you to JD, moderator extraordinaire. Check out his channel. That's JD. And also thank you to Clinton Parks. Check out his channel. Thank you very much, gentlemen. So, the pitching. Ostrowski went 7 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Walked 3, struck out 2. Ferrick, 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. Walked 2. Boston Braves. Bickford got the win, 7 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, 4 Ks. Hannaford got him out of trouble in the 8th. He got his 1 out. Hogue, I believe you pronounce his name, didn't get anybody out, gave up 2 hits. We yanked him. We brought in Johnny Sain, who pitched the inning, got the 3 outs, got the save, and the Boston Braves advance. Sain did strike out 1. Go to the batting here. For the St. Louis Browns, again, their magical run comes to an end in the semifinals of this tournament in bracket 1. Leinart 1 for 3 with a walk. Kokos 1 for 3 with a walk. Lawler 0 for 4 with a run scored and a strikeout. Coleman 2 for 4 with a run scored, an RBI, and a double. Arft 3 for 4 with an RBI. Those 2 RBIs came in the first inning, then nothing else. Wood 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Upton 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Friend 0 for 4 with 2 Ks. Ostrowski, the starting pitcher, 0 for 2. Summers, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Frederick pitched, did not hit. In totals, in their defeat, the Browns of St. Louis, 33 at-bats, 2 runs, 7 hits, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 1 double. For the Boston Braves, who advanced to the championship game of this tournament, 1950 one-and-done tournament, which has been a lot of fun. Tommy Holmes, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, an RBI, and a walk. As I'm going to sneeze, this is going to be YouTube magic. Excuse me. The joys of live streaming. Hartsfield 2 for 5. Bob Elliott 2 for 4 with a run scored, an RBI, and a walk. Sid Flash Gordon, player of the game, 2 for 5, 3 RBIs. He had that big double in the bottom of the 8th when they walked Bob Elliott to get to Sid Gordon, basically icing the game. And then Cooper 1 for 4 with a walk. Torgensen, the first baseman, 0 for 4. He struck out twice. Did have a web gem. A nice diving catch in the top of the 9th, even though the infield fly rule is called in foul territory. Jethro 1 for 3 with a run scored. He made a fabulous catch in center, robbing extra bases and RBI when he leaped and crashed into the wall, making the catch. Kerr 1 for 2, run scored with a walk. Bickford, the pitcher, 0 for 1. He did have an RBI, though. Hannaford, the pitch did not hit. Linden, we rolled the dice. He only had 5 at-bats in the real season, but he had a .500 batting average off right-handed pitching. He doubled. He ended up scoring in the 8th. Hogue pitch did not hit. You couldn't really say he pitched. He gave up 2 hits. And then Johnny Sain came and got the save, did not hit. So in victory, Boston Braves, 33 at-bats, 6 runs, 12 hits, 6 RBIs, 5 walks, 2 Ks, 2 doubles. Boston wins 6-2. Go to the recap. St. Louis scored twice in the first inning. Coleman doubled, knocking in Lawler. Arft singled, knocking in Coleman. 2-0 Browns. That's all the runs they would get, and they did not hold up. The Braves would then score 6 unanswered runs. They'd get 1 back in the first. Sid Gordon singled, scoring Holmes, 2-1 Browns. They got another one in the second. Vern Bickford hit a grounder. The runner from third scored on the error, and it tied it up at 2. It was 2-2 going into the bottom of the 8th. Before that, Boston did squander a tremendous opportunity in the 4th. They sent 7 batters to the plate. Oh, no, they did score. Excuse me. I'm getting mixed up here. They 7 batters to the plate in the 4th. They scored 2 runs on 4 hits. Holmes singled, knocking in Kerr, 3-2 lead Boston. Elliott singled, knocking in Holmes, 4-2. Boston failed to score in the 7th when they had an opportunity, but in the 8th they got 2 more insurance runs. One, the Browns walked Elliott to face Sid Gordon. He doubled, knocking in 2, and one of them was the pinch hitter Linden. Hank Arft for the St. Louis Browns, 3 for 4. Player of the game, Sid Gordon for the Boston Braves. Vern Bickford got the win. Johnny Sain got the save. Joe Ostrowski took the loss. So Boston Braves advanced to the finals with a 6-2 victory over the Cinderella St. Louis Browns. Thank you very much for watching. Join me for the finals. It'll be coming up this week. This is Al Red Sox fan saying health, happiness, take care. Till next time, bye-bye. God bless. Happy New Year, and peace.